Mr. E is 32. That is 4 times as much as the age of his student. How old is his student? This is a multiplicative compare problem, but it's a little bit different from the last problem. But just like the last time, I first have to visualize the problem and ask myself, who is older? In a lot of these types of problems, I should be asking who has more or who has less. This problem is about age, so I'm going to stick with who is older. Just from reading the problem, I can see in the wording that Mr. E is older because his age is 4 times as much as the age of his student. So I'm already thinking about how to represent this in my tape diagram. So first, we're going to start by representing the information that's already given to us. So it says right here that Mr. E is 32. That information is there. We don't have to do anything else with it. So let's go ahead and write down what we know. I'm going to write down Mr. E right here to keep everything really organized. And then we're just going to draw his tape. We know that he is 32. And he actually isn't even 32. It just worked out for the problem, so I decided to pretend. I'm going to write 32 right there in it. Now, the other piece of information I'm looking for is the student's age. I don't know the age yet, but I do have some information to help me figure it out. I know that Mr. E's age is, again, 4 times as much as the student's age. I know that 32 is 4 times as much as the student's age. I'm going to show that just in an equation right here. 32 is 4 times the age of the student. And we don't know the student's age, so I'm going to write a variable. I'm going to write an S to represent the student's age. So now let's go ahead and represent the student, and I'm going to label just to keep it organized to represent the student's age. Again, I don't know it yet, but I do know that Mr. E's age is 4 times the amount. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to draw the amount that Mr. E has, but then I'm going to split it into 4 parts because one of these parts is the student's age. So this visually just helps me because I can see, okay, I'm looking right here at the student's age, and I know Mr. E's age. So going back to that equation, 32, Mr. E's age, Mr. E, is the same as 4 times as many as the student's age. 4 times something is 32. And because our students are really, really familiar with the inverse of multiplication being division, they can flip this into 32 divided by 4 equals blank. So now I'm just thinking, what quantity times 4 is equal to 32, or 32 split equally into 4 parts is what? Because of my fast facts, I actually know that 4 times 8 is equal to 32, or 32 divided by 4 is 8. So bringing it back to the problem, the student is 8 years old. And I'm just going to go ahead and erase this right here and see, because it's always smart to check our work, so even though I know my fast facts, I'm going to make sure this is correct. 8 4 times should equal 32. So just thinking again of 8, or 4 groups of 8 equals 32, and the student's age is just one of those. So he is 8 years old.